Okay, what's up? Good morning, everybody. Sorry about yesterday, had some technical difficulties, but we're back in action now. Alright, so let's just, assess where we are right now. It's the end of the month, it's the end of the first quarter, and we can see here on gold, things are starting to get a little bit choppy. So you can see here I've got quite a big no trade range marked up, and that's just because I would be lying to you if I said direction was clear in this range. 200 pips, that's fine. I'm willing to stay out of it. It's the last 2 days of the month. I don't mind not taking trades in these last 2 days. So what I'll actually do is I'll set alerts on gold. I don't even think we'll get to these levels today, or this session at least. But I've got alerts set and I'm not even going to look at it. GJ, on the other hand, we can see here yesterday we had very clean upside momentum there. It was a little bit tricky in London session. You can see we kind of just ranged until about Asian close, where we started to get that clean move to the upside, and around about London close you got a little bit of a further push to the upside. But New York was also tough there. Basically just got a pullback during New York. So we are a little bit rangy here this morning. On the 30-minute here you can see we obviously just in quite a tight range at the moment between 163 and 163.3. So if we could close above this most recent resistance, I like the idea of getting into some continuation buys here. You've got about 36 pips to the highs, and if I'm not mistaken, this current daily candle has no top wick. So you can see yesterday's candle, extremely bullish, lots of bullish momentum here, and current daily candle, no bottom wick. So we would anticipate this daily candle to come up and create a top wick at least, and then as it flips bullish and breaks yesterday's highs, you've got a little bit of range moving up here. So just looking for that support to form. Knowing GJ, we could even get some deeper pullbacks here, and I think it will be wise to maybe wait for London Open, but at least we don't have to wait too long. London Open is in an hour. So let's see. Right now this current 30-minute flipped bullish for a second and then came back bearish, just really ranging, low volume. But you can see nice rejections to 163, the support. 4 hour closed a week, like just a doji candle really. So if we're respecting previous 4 hour lows and we get a break of previous 4 hour highs, we could anticipate volume to come in and move back up here to 163.65. But I think just waiting for a closure above here, waiting for London Open, will probably be the play. 15-minute looks like you'll close us and bullish on the 15, but obviously ranging. Having a look at the DXY, just also ranging. So really looking to stay out of gold for this morning. And then the yen index, we saw a nice sell-off yesterday and the day before, showing less demand in these safe haven assets. So if anything on gold, I would favor the sells here, just based off sentiment, based off the higher time frames. but overall very low volume. And then yeah, like I say, the yen index we can still see nice and bearish. We've started to break below some previous bullish structure here, breaking below this previous low and retesting to form a new lower high, we could say, as we start to shift bearish here. So just using this to gauge the sentiment, we can see the yen is showing some weakness here. Makes sense as to why GJ has been moving bullish and why we'll be looking for the buys this morning. So already pushing up quite nicely on this hourly open. No bottom wick on this hourly. So knowing GJ, we could very well just continue up, no bottom wick. But I think that's just a little bit more reason to wait it out now. Not really a fan of the impulse entries on GJ. And like I said, I think London could bring us some pullbacks before potentially driving up. So I'd rather just wait and see us closing above this resistance or waiting for London open. No bars on the break of 1 hour gold? No. Not interested in bars on gold. I understand you closed above this resistance here. Got clean traffic there. Most recent candles clean traffic, about 40 pips. But I'm just not interested. I'm really not. If you look at the 4 hour, you could basically mark this up as a rejection area. So we could reject at any time here based on the 4 hour. What we've seen these candles do, rejecting that entire area between 1965 and 1970. You know, we could reject at any point. So we're just moving back into this really tough range here right now. Solid bar. You know what, in terms of price action, it's looking at the candles, it's not bad. But I think there's better opportunities on GJ, higher probabilities. Overall, gold is moving sideways, so I'd rather trade something that's actually moving in one direction, you know? So breaking 4 hour highs here on GJ. Obviously, I don't really want to see us push up right now. So hopefully we could close something like that. And then if this move is missed to fill this range right here, there's always more potential above this resistance at 163.650. As that's where your daily candle will be flipping bullish, and there's clean traffic to the left above there as well. for about 30 pips at least. So looking to stay out of the nonsense, end of month, low volume, just looking for the highest probability setups, being patient, and that's about it. I'm gonna go make some coffee quickly, guys. So I'll see you in 2 minutes. Morning, Farmer Tom. At least GJ is giving us chances here, coming back, creating that bottom wick on the hourly, maybe getting some deeper pullbacks here. So we're just waiting. Gold, obviously, I'm not interested in this. Oh, what? That's fine. We needed that bottom wick, I think. Gives us a sense of security. Anyway, wanna play a game of chess? Are you serious? Listen to this guy. Oh shit, you actually muted. Fuck, it's like I'm talking to myself. Every time this happens, I wonder what the YouTube chat thinks when I'm speaking to myself. Okay guys, I'm not crazy, I promise you. I promise you. Jared's been here the whole time.
I just arrived, just got into the office. I don't know who is speaking to.
Chat's like, what? He's gonna play chess with himself? It's fucking crazy.
And he even asked himself to play chess.
Fuck. Wait. Good morning, I want to join with you. Do you do NY Live? Also, I liked your setup. Thank you. Yes, we do Zoom calls for New York session for the members. What the fuck's going on here? Yeah, Tom, no one for us yesterday in NY. Get the likes up and make that GJ close above. If only it worked like that.
I think he meant get the lots up. Everybody needs to just start dropping hundreds of lots.
Come on, gents, up your game. We can move the markets together. Oh, what? What did you just take, Jared?
I've confiscated one of your bishops.
It's fun. You opened up for my rook. Right. Whoa. What did I just do? That was actually a fucking good move.
Really was, man.
Yo, dude, the other day I was playing and I had like, it looked like mate in 2 and I was like, fucking amazing, sick, and then all of a sudden, guys, I don't know, he stopped the mate in 2 and then the next thing I knew, I was checkmated.
Oh. No, I wouldn't have been up here. Dude, but that's the most annoying. Like, but once I was playing, and dude, yeah, this game was, I was like, I didn't know what I was looking at, but it was like a game I've never played, dude. This guy was just doing the weirdest moves. And then all of a sudden I checkmated him. And I was like, huh, I was like, I totally meant that.
Just comes out of nowhere.
Yes, literally.
I don't know why I left that there.
You don't look after your stuff there. Hey, we got a new member.
Really? Is he in the Zoom?
Yeah, Mohammed. Or no, his name's not Mohammed. My apologies. Mo. Yo, I'm gonna have
Mohamed.
to get the shot.
Hey bro, welcome. Thank you for joining. Yeah, we'll see you in New York session. For this morning, the moral of the story is patience. We need to just be patient. Like I say, end of the month, we can expect things to be pretty slow. And, that's what we're seeing right now. Cold, lack of direction. There hasn't really been any new fundamental information brought to the table just yet. So, gonna be an interesting new month. But right now we just got to stay patient. Also want to learn my setup. We've got plenty of educational webinars there for you, psychological webinars, and we'll be adding to that on a regular basis as well.
Didn't think that run through it.
Yeah, no, I see that. I see that.
I was trying to trade off the queens.
And then you forgot to trade.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, I actually don't have anything to take back here. Oh, I hate this game so much.
That's just a teaser of a
Like, my
move.
whole life, bro. Dude. My whole life, dude. I hate this game. Everything in there.
I thought it was checkmate, and it took like a second there. I'm like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
The worst is when you think it's checkmate and then it's actually not, and they
Yeah.
fucking take your queen or something.
Yo, I had that the other day where I came in hot there. Yo, I was coming in hot into this guy. I thought my queen was backed up, and for some other reason I just lost it. Like, I've literally lost 100 elo. Hey?
Yeah, that's bad.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I've been
Fucking
stuck in the
rage
same
quitted
place.
So much.
I'm not seeing any progress here. Hey, who's this? 985. Isn't this Actorino?
Who?
Cervica.
Victory.
Cervica.
Trying to burst you in chest or what?
Yeah.
Christopher, we only play winners in chess. So.
Yeah, today I played a loser already.
No, listen to this. Okay, guys, you're gonna see me drive through to Connor's house now and fight him. Who has money on who?
Hey, well, knowing your fight predictions, shit. I would bet on me.
Yeah,
Because
no, I don't
obviously
see
you
much
think you're gonna win. Every time you thought someone was gonna win, they got fucked up.
It's only been the last like 6
Cyril
times,
Gane's gonna
okay?
beat John Jones. What? Fucking
Okay, look, okay.
20
Looking
seconds
back,
later.
Maybe that was a bit of a bad prediction, you know.
Terrible.
But it happens, you know.
Terrible. That is a full margin. Full margin bar.
But in all fairness, you thought Derek Brunson was gonna beat what's his name?
Hey, but that was a close matchup. I mean, Derek.
Dude, Derek. No man.
Derek was acting
Where's
weird in that
Jenkins?
fight. What the hell was he doing?
Yeah. It's tactics.
Dude, he literally lay there like didn't defend himself, nothing. It is a weird fight. It is flippin' weird.
Do you sometimes not like to snuggle at work? Like they would do?
Pardon me? What? The fuck you saying, Jared?
Do you sometimes not like to lay on the ground and snuggle at work like they were doing?
No.
I don't know about that, so. No, but GG's on chess, eh?
Shot. GG's. I actually thought I was playing here for a second. I need to focus because this person is actually a little bit higher rated.
Who is it? Someone from Strip.
I think it's Hectorino.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure. Chat, who is this? There has to be someone here in the chat. Someone just invited me to play. Hey, get out of here. Get out of here. Trying to checkmate me. Fuck. They've got it, actually, I think. I'm screwed.
Oh, they're gonna put the queen there.
Shh, Jared.
Oh, shucks. Sorry. Yeah.
Next fight is Converse me. Nah, need you a buddy. Fuck out of here. Good one, good one. I actually thought I stopped it there for a second and then I realized I was screwed either way. It's kind of like the Fed there. They raise rates to fight inflation and fuck the economy, or they cut rates. Inflation gets out of control, you know, damned if they do, damned if they don't. I think that was the situation I was in. No, who's challenging me
I
now?
also have Shrivanka as a friend, or whoever you's played. It's me that's challenging you.
Uncle Ned. Nah. But you scooter racers, I don't trust you. Different breed. Thought those days were over, where you would pull your queen out early, Jared. Fuck, it annoys me.
I'm literally going to act like I meant to do that. That was not a mouse slip.
Oh, is it?
I promise, sir. The other day I watched like a 12-minute video on what is better, the bishop or the knight. And can I tell you what I got at the end of the video?
Oh shit, sorry, I'm muted, I don't know how. What do you say, Jared? Bishop or not?
You know,
I say bishop.
I'm more confused. Nah, I'm more confused now than ever.
Is it? Nah, it's a bishop. It depends what situation. I think in more closed games, the knight is a bit more useful. But a bishop, you know, it's like a long range piece. You can attack something from the other side of the board. That kind of stuff, so... GJ's still looking good here. 30-minute candle close, bullish at least. Got a bottom wick there for the hourly. But we're still in the range here with 30 minutes to go until London Open. So it really just makes sense at this point to wait for London Open. Gold, I can't see anything on gold. I'm blind to gold today in that range.
But if you sign up to standard, you don't have access to signals, eh?
No,
Start trading off the middle there.
This looks really good here on GJ, but I'm going to be patient. Just looking at the lower time frame structure, you know, we broke above the previous 4-hour highs. We had a pullback and formed support here on the 5 minute. Once we re-break the highs of the hourly candle, you know, we should be pretty good to drive up here. But London Open can be tricky on GJ, often bringing us pullbacks. It's 26 minutes to go. I would rather just wait it out.
Yeah, chat is very well behaved today. I'm actually very surprised.
I'll take that.
As I say that. So I'm just helping Mohammed out here as well. Hate this game. Like I play this game every single day, but I keep getting worse. This is a rubbish game. You know that?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm the same. Like, why don't you just take
You're
it?
getting better, bro. I couldn't because of the pin on my king.
What did I do? What did I do?
So tirar somewhere.
Whoa. Actually, you know what?
Oh, you agreed to the draw.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up material. Yo, I'm actually up quite a lot of material. But I'm down on time. I don't know if I'll be able to checkmate. You know, sometimes you just gotta take the break even and call it a day.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, DJ? DJ Ufsky? Who keeps challenging me here? Is this you, Jared? Oh, it's
No, I haven't challenged.
okay. No, no, no. I'm gonna chill on the chest for the next 25 minutes. Wait for London Open. If I take another loss or draw, I think I will be too emotionally damaged for the day. I need to stay fresh. It's crazy to see the guys here on the Zoom. Must be, what's the time on that side? Like 2:30 in the morning. That's dedication. To the YouTube chat, the guys in the Zoom right now, it's 2:30 in the morning for them. That is dedication. That's what it takes.
Hey, I was just up early this morning, sir. No, I'm joking. Yeah.
But you know what? I think that could be motivation for everybody else. You know, if you think you're working hard, there's somebody working harder. And there's always more you can do. What's up, Glacius FX? Top of the morning.
Just GJ really is struggling in this range, eh?
Yeah, it is. What's Bitcoin been doing with this whole banking crisis? I haven't even thought of that.
I thought it actually went up to 30,000 or something like that.
Just shy of 30,000.
Yeah.
To the moon, baby. Crypto boys are smiling right now. Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean,
Actually, they're only in 70% of the drawdown they were from buying the highs last year.
if shit hits the fan now, you know, maybe we move back up to the highs. But it's tough because, you know, at the end of the day, it's Bitcoin to the dollar. It's priced in dollars, and with them raising rates, that's why we had this sell-off. And people cashing out of these riskier assets, keeping their money liquid in dollars. So I don't know. But they might find that Bitcoin could potentially be a safer option if, you know, there's banks and that falling out. I don't know if the institutions are thinking that way. We'll have to ask some SMC traders, since they know everything about the banks. But I think we need to actually be breaking back above like 32k to really consider that, you know, we are bullish, because we could still come up here, and if nothing crazy happens, if there's no wars, no more banks collapsing, you know, you can then anticipate more of a move like that, with the central banks holding more weight, their interest rate decisions holding more weight. But yeah, that's the thing, eh? Bitcoin is wild. When it goes, it goes. GJ's been on one this week.
See what Wayne says. That DJ's name is Jeffsky, not DJ.
Jeffsky.
Jeffsky. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'm used to DJ by now.
Fuck. Yeah, my bad. Jeffsky.
He's not sure. It's DG.
Okay, just call him TG. That's easier.
Nice. DJ. Just gonna stick to the. He's gonna have to get used to that.
D. Jeffsky.
Right.
Okay. It's DJ. That's what I've been saying.
Oh, man.
Let's go, GJ. Let's go. Fuck.
Let's go, DJ. Let's go.
My phone is dead. What the hell? Load shedding.
The video I sent you are those also commentators on load shedding.
What the soccer? Oh, load shedding.
The rugby.
Oh, the rugby. Oh no, that's cock funny.
When somebody in the comments literally commented for a second there, I thought load shedding's called a try.
Yes. That's a good one.
Dude, the comment section's where it's at on these videos, dude.
"16 minutes to go." So how is everybody doing? Is anyone new here today? First time on the stream? Thank you for joining. Feeling too shy to message in the chat, just want to say thanks for being here. It is a pretty slow day, as you can see so far. Very low volume. Watching gold, alright. Personally, I don't know what happened to my gold chart. I woke up like this and it doesn't let me see the candles there. So I'm just waiting for the breakout of this blacked out area. And so I can see the candles again.
Must be a problem with trading via.
Yeah. It's a sign.
I also have that issue from time to time.
Legacy FX, welcome, welcome. What's up, Cafe? Cafe de Flore. Looking good here.
Flowers.
15-minute looks good. Not really, you know, the timing is a little bit off for me. Not an amazing closure above or anything. So still just waiting here for London Open. Lol, wondered since when everybody became English. What are you talking about? Which stream did you click on?
Shame, I don't know why anybody else is watching other London streamers. Sad, actually. got some groundbreaking charts here, Khan.
What's that?
So you've got a symmetrical triangle on the 30.
Oh. His thumbnail looks similar. Let's see what the news is doing. I don't think there's much going on today. It's a pretty slow week overall. You got final GDP and unemployment claims later for the dollar. You also got Yellen speaking later tonight. I've been hearing that I think China and Russia, the BRICS countries, are moving away from the dollar. Which actually brings me to another interesting thing that I saw yesterday. You know, with the Fed raising their rates so aggressively, it also helps to keep the dollar as the world reserve currency. Because with them raising their interest rates, it makes any debt that is in dollars more expensive to pay back and makes the demand for dollars higher. Very interesting stuff. But anyway, in the video I was watching, they were thinking that that's, you know, possibly the motive as to why the Fed is raising rates. Whether it is or not, I think it's more important they raise rates to fight inflation. That's the issue here. Gold gonna skyrocket if that happens. Could potentially. Saudi too. Yeah, I heard about that with the oil trade and that. Will be interesting to see. But I don't think the dollar's going anywhere anytime soon in terms of world reserve currency. Obviously, we'll just keep an eye on it. But I mean, that hasn't had major impacts in the market throughout this week. So until there's something concrete that comes from it, I think it's just noise really. Can you explain your thoughts on looking for longs here? Really, we are just overall bullish. I'm not going to be selling while we are bullish. And, you know, we can see that price is in a range right now. So just looking at this most recent price action, you can see prices in a range. Let me just fix this. So once we break out of this range, anticipating that bullish volume to come back in, since higher time frame we are bullish. You know, we've had this pullback in this overall bullish trend formed a double bottom, if you want to say, for you guys who are trading patterns, you know, at 163, an extremely significant key level. But yeah, so break out of this minor range here. You've got some clean traffic moving up and looking to move back up and retest the highs. Like I say, with that overall bullish volume. Daily candle, just looking at the candles as well. We can see yesterday we were extremely bullish. Today's candle we came down to Asian session, formed a bottom wick on the current daily candle with no top wick. And we've seen time and time again, these candles generally come back and create those wicks. So I would anticipate this candle to at some point flip bullish. I don't know if we'll get the continuation up once it flips bullish, but we could at least use this high as a target, because that's where our daily candle will come up and create a top wick. And then I don't mind the idea of buys above there either. Once that daily has flipped bullish, if we can get a closure and hold above 163.650, there's also potential for further upside there. Not too interested in sells, even with a breakout of this range, just because we've already had a little bit of a pullback. How much further would we pull back in this bullish trend? I don't know. But I'd rather wait for the deeper pullbacks then to set up for the buys. So not interested in sells here this morning. How old are you? I had to think about that one. I'm 23. 17. You guys got jokes. I wish I was 17.
No, man, yes. Oh, high school all over again. No. He had a lot less stress, but yes, wasn't enough.
Nah, I'm saying I wish I was 17, like with the skill that I have now. So I don't mind the stress in that. I'll take it. But just that extra 6 years, time is precious. But you know, that's one thing that I've always known and I've always appreciated. When other kids hated school, when I listened to adults speak, they always said, I wish I could go back to school, I wish I could go back to school. So I said, you know, whatever, these other kids are going to be ungrateful and take this time for granted. Look at all these adults wishing they were back here right now. Let me just enjoy my time as much as I can. Make the most of it. So I never really hated school. There were things that I didn't enjoy, obviously. Didn't enjoy studying. Fuck studying, yo. Horrible. But I had pretty bad habits from quite a young age. I think up until grade 5. I don't say I knew everything, but it was basic stuff. And my grandfather, he was a science teacher, and also was he knew a lot of geography stuff, English, poetry, he can recite poems. So he's a teacher and he has a lot of knowledge in all of these subjects. So from a young age, I was exposed to with maths. I remember I could do long division years before we were taught it in school. So up until grade 6, 7, it was like I basically knew everything, and I never studied. And then come grade 7, the work started to get harder, and I just started to dip. And I always just like got away with, that basic foundational knowledge. So I never really got into the habit of studying, because in the beginning I never needed it. And then by the time I needed it, it was just something that I didn't have, Couldn't get into it. So fuck studying. I know everything. Don't need to study. Studying's for fucking idiots. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm really joking. It's good to study, good to educate yourself. The more you know, the better.
The less you know, the better. Then you don't have anything to worry about when you know.
Yeah, that's also true, like sometimes the less that's in your head, the better. But you don't want to be ignorant. You don't want to be like ignorant to things.
I must admit, I was with, I don't want to say who they were, but I was with somebody, and the one day we were driving, and then I gave like one of these beggars, I think it was like $50 or something, because I really felt bad for him, right? And then he's like, "Man, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Shame, man, look at him, like, really, you could use it a lot more than me right now." And he was like, "Trust me, I would much rather give that money to the people that pull those carts to recycle, or these people, they don't have any worries. Think about how much stress you have on your shoulders to make a living and this and that." And they just stand there. And I was like, "Yo, dude." I was like, "Damn." Like, people get different cards, but I mean, you got a point. They could do that recycling thing, this and that. So there's always an option to at least better yourself somewhat.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
But those people that do those recycling trolleys, yeah, they must be jacked, bro.
Low IQ equals being rich. I think being self-aware equals being rich. Because, like being smart in trading, I don't think will get you anywhere. If you think you're smart, you've got some humbling lessons to come your way.
We've got the hourly close, eh?
Look here, I don't know if the 30 minutes will close above here. But your hourly looks good, strong bullish candle. Let's see if we could at least get a bottom wick on the new hourly candle before breaking the highs. I don't really like this, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off and see some deeper pullbacks. Typical GJ. Maybe wait for the 15-minute closure above. Because we closed bearish on this previous 15 here. So if we could close bullish on the next 15, then I'm anticipating volume to drive us up. Yeah, but what I was saying about, being clever or smart in trading, I always think back to, I don't know, I have like this distant uncle or cousin, and the one day my grand said to me, "Hey, you should teach so-and-so trading, he's so clever." I said, no, I don't want to teach him then. If he's clever, then he's not going to do very well. Because if you think you're clever, then you don't leave yourself room for improvement. If you think you know it all, you don't leave yourself room for improvement. You're not open to learning. just how I was in primary school. I knew all the shit, so I knew long division, all of that. So I wasn't open to learning. But now I realize that I'm an idiot. I've got a lot to learn. So I'm open to learning new things. I'm open to listening to people who are successful in this industry and to learn and get better. Obviously now I've taken from them and I'm doing my own thing. But that's what you need to be able to do. And like I say, being self-aware is extremely important. If you realize you have these deficiencies, that you don't know everything, then you're going to be a lot better off than someone who knows everything.
Yeah, that's what they say, you know, like the best analysts don't always make the best traders because there's more than just book smart that you need to be successful in trading. You need to be emotionally intelligent. You know, there's so many things that actually go into steering this pot well. Like you can't just be like, oh yeah, no, I'm quick to get the concepts, but then to actually implement them, you're an emotional wreck. You're never going to be a good trader. But I mean, you can sound very good giving speeches, speaking to people about what charts you suspect they're going to do in 6 months. That's why I get so annoyed actually watching analysis videos like that. Like there's a couple guys on YouTube that only make the analysis videos and they post how well their students are doing and this and that. And I'm like, they never post losses ever. I've never seen them say, "Oh, my student took this loss." There's
Yeah.
always like a different student sending them a different point. There's no like consistency. They never actually invest in the students. It's so frustrating. And they're like, "Yo, you know, the brand could do this over the next 12 months." Well, no shit. I can also say the rand's going to go up or down over the next 6 months. You know.
And also with looking at a chart, you know, price does move in patterns. It repeats itself. There's these patterns that repeat themselves time and time again. And you know, you can't rely simply on patterns, but it's easy to go back and look at a pattern and say, okay, look here was the head and shoulders. It did this. It's easy to go back and look at price and recognize these patterns. Pattern recognition is a basic thing that a 5-year-old could do. So that's why you get analysts who are so good, but when it comes to trading, it's a different story. Because trading is not understanding just the chart. Trading is understanding yourself, your emotions, and having complete control over those aspects. Having complete and utter consistent discipline. You know, there's a lot more to it than just, oh, this is what price is going to do today. It's easy. There's plenty of days that I've come in here and, you know, been bang on with where price is going. Analysis has been spot on. But when it comes to execution, take a loss. And then it's all about how you deal with that loss.
I mean, that's the frustrating part of it. I mean, because I've also come on the days where I've literally laid out price to the T. It looks so good. It did exactly what I was looking at, but nobody's paying me. Well, at least with trading, nobody's paying me to have good analysis. But actually, on execution, you know, I'm not making any money on my accounts if I don't execute. So that's why so many people fail in trading because you know, oh, you can see gold's going to do this today, but okay, go make a profit on that. Oh, you know, like start stalling, you know. So that's the like hard part.
It's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to do it. Beautiful lyrics by the late Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD, Chance, lots of rappers, yeah.
Chance the Rapper.
Con, do you use Spotify?
No, I don't.
There's this, if anybody goes to the gym every day, I figured yesterday, I figured out a way you could really piss somebody off.
What?
There's a setting on Spotify that's, let's say now I'm listening to a mix on Spotify. Then if I have that setting on and I don't know it, then it gives the ability for anybody around me to go and listen to what I'm listening to. But the catch is that if you start listening to what I'm listening to, then you can just skip the song that I'm listening to. So you can like go to the next song in the playlist. And it changes it for both of us.
Fuck.
So now imagine you like in the middle of your flipping bench press PR and now somebody changes the song.
You got some heavy metal on there.
Dude.
Ripping out fucking 4 plates. All of a sudden, yeah, some Taylor Swift, come on. Yo, drop that weight one time. Olivia Rodrigo, nah, that would make me lift heavier.
Already got a crush on it, eh?
No.
Yeah, no, Tom, we're still ranging on GJ and gold, just we're still waiting for that decision on the high time frames.
Yeah, Tom, really not too much happening here. Hey, look, my trading view's fixed. Okay, so we have pushed deeper into this level here. Possibly showing some signs of rejection. Like I say, this whole area is troublesome. Could see rejections anywhere there. So if you're able to, take advantage of this, then well done. Makes sense in terms of price action and volume coming in. Just personally, I'm really not interested in playing around in this range at the end of the month. There's a reason here we're ranging. So I'd rather just stay out. And the thing is with GJ, we look pretty good here to continue up. So I'd rather wait for something that's actually trending to give me a setup in line with that trend, rather than fight something that's in a range. Very typical of GJ to do this. This London Open pullback.
Still no sells below the current range.
On GJ?
I think that's what Tristan's asking.
Nah, absolutely not.
No, it's too bullish.
Absolutely not. We got a nice pullback there. Tap into 163. Starting to move back up here. At this point, with the rejections here, if we break above previous hourly highs, you look pretty good to move up. I don't really like the flip entry here. I think waiting for the break above the highs is going to give much better confluence. 37 pip stops.
15 to close in 4 minutes.
Yeah, it might just be a little bit quick. But let me wait for the 15. Do you need a closure? Yeah, it would be ideal to see that closure. Just seeing that strong rejection and that volume coming in. You know, just contemplating the possible break of previous hourly highs here. But I think let's wait for the 15. Based on the daily on gold, if anything, I actually would be potentially looking for resistance to form here to come and correct this move. I think that's the only thing I would look for, but it's really just moving sideways, lacking that overall direction on gold, you know. GJ looks pretty good here with that liquidity grab at London Open to continue moving up. GJ goes up, gold goes down. Not always, not necessarily. We've seen them moving in confluence as of late because the yen and gold are both safe havens. And as the banking crisis came on, obviously money was being pumped into those safe havens. So we saw the strength in the yen, we saw GJ dropping, we saw demand in gold, we saw gold going up. So we saw them moving inversely there. And then we saw profit taking from that, as there's no new fears being brought into the market. We saw gold failing to break above 2,000, and like I say, profit taking and sellers stepping in at those significant levels. And that's why we've seen the sell-off on gold now. And then with GJ, we're just stepping back into that higher time frame bullish bias with the Bank of England and Bank of Japan keeping their rates, the difference in their rates. You know, Bank of England raising their rates, Bank of Japan keeping their rates in the negative. Alright guys, so I'm going to have a bar stop on the break of previous hourly highs. Might have to just do a market execution here. So bar stops right here at 163.400. Stop loss below this current wick low. Fuck. Yeah, stops are pretty big here, but we'll have options to manage risk. So stops are about 40 pips. So bar stop at 163.400. Stop loss at 163 flat. Your 15-minute there closed very nice. Bullish above that resistance. We had that strong liquidity grab. Remember, daily being bullish here, current daily candle having no top wick. I'm anticipating London open volume, especially after grabbing all that liquidity, to come and create this top wick on the daily. So that'll be my break-even point, 163,650. Go break even as the daily flips bullish. And if we can break above there with volume, you know, we've got range up to 164 flat. As this 15-minute creates a bottom wick, it gives us options to manage risk if we get triggered in and price goes against you. You know, you don't really want to break that low. If we break this previous 15-minute low, I mean, that's obviously where the stop loss is planned to be. So at that point, I would delete the buy stop here. But that's our waiting for these candle closures is so important, you know, and using the buy stops, getting triggered in with momentum, because if that momentum is not there, then you won't get activated into the trade.
That's literally the beauty of it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been saved from some nasty trades in the past, but just being patient and having our buy stop or sell stop a little bit above or a little bit below. Because if we just market executed there, we'd have to go through so much drawdown to eventually get where we want to go.
Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna be right back, hopefully before we get triggered in here. Give me 2 seconds. What advert? Oh, the Alright, so if we're closing bearish on the 30 minutes in 7 minutes, I'll delete these bar stops, and what we could potentially see is we could even see still deeper pullbacks with London open volume, and then maybe set up a support at Asian close like we saw yesterday. That cleaner move came at basically Asian close.
Your mods deserve a raise there, Con.
Hey yo, thanks mods.
Yeah, that Triple F guy, yeah.
Wait, Jared,
just
who
Bugatti.
whose stream was it?
I don't know. I just read he's streaming now, and it's just like Zach. Like what Zach?
No, when they do that, you must go raid their stream.
Yeah. But shame, it might not be the streamer himself. It could just be somebody trying to get traffic to it. So
Yeah, no.
you'd first have to go investigate. You know what I mean? Yeah, the full story.
Hey, I'll shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah. Okay, as long as Nico leads us into battle, I'll be alright.
Nico, you hear that? Strong rejection here on gold. Interesting. Are you leading us into battle there?
Which battle are we fighting?
I don't know.
See,
We'll have to find out.
Now we need somebody else, because I don't even want to. I don't want the leader to even ask what battle it is. It's just stop going.
I just want to know what battle. It doesn't mean backing out when we find out who it is. We going head first. Have you ever watched Dukes of Hazzard? The guy puts a helmet on and dives head first into the fight. Have you ever seen that? Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, yeah, bro. Don't stress, Con. If you start swinging, bro, I'll put my helmet on and come head first in, dude. Don't stress.
Elder Epic says, if I'm not wrong, I could literally hear your stream on his phone, on the streamer's phone. That's cuck funny.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Shit, you're boss. Oh shit.
I was actually doing something else. It wasn't your stream, Con. I was looking at someone else's stream, just sussing it out. I'll explain to you after this.
Oh,
just looking at it, yeah. Had a little bit of a chat there. Not bad, Rob.
You probably started this. Hey shit, Nico.
What did I start?
Bit of an echo here. No, I'm saying you probably went onto their stream, and now they're hopping onto this one.
Oh no, I didn't call it out.
Oh, is it?
I didn't say I'm from Connor Abrams. No, I was nice about it because they're not toxic. They're being chilled though. They're from the UK and stuff like that. So they're not a bad vibe at all. Just a little bit different to what we do, like a few things. But yeah, not bad oaks. I was just in the chat, like just asking questions, and I mean they were answering. But before I asked the questions, I told them I'm from another stream. I'm not gonna like shout it out, like I'm not about that. And yeah, said cool, no problem. Answered questions. Yeah, just bored, I guess. I'm fucking know.
I'm glad
I'm bored, is what I'm saying.
Entertained this morning.
Yeah, you guys are trading DJ, bro, and gold is quacking. So like, there's nothing for me to do.
Yeah, no.
Every time I hear that word, I think of Matthew.
Think of what?
Kopki.
Of old Kopki.
That's so wrong, Jared. That's so wrong, bro.
Nah, other FX, don't worry. You don't need to know. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned about anybody else. Let's see.
I feel like the guy that got banned might be best friends with this guy in the chat. So he's like trying to be wary when he throws it out there. Our mods are too fast, bro. They're ready all the time.
We need to give the mod that deleted that comment a Lambo. What do you reckon, Con?
Jared. I know you want a Hilux suit. Why must I spend all that money for a Lambo when all you want is a Hilux?
If you buying the car, then I'll take a Lambo. If I'm buying it, I'm getting a Hilux.
You don't even like cars.
It's true.
Connor, bro, don't worry.
Plus-
Next year's tax write-off will buy Jared a Lambo.
Yeah, sounds good. A company vehicle.
Exact, man. Buy your own fucking Lambo with your tax write-off.
Sadly, I'm too cheap to ever do that.
Yeah, no, it is funny how the FX. Alright, looks like we are flipping bullish on the 15. If we break these highs, I'm expecting some volume. 30 minutes coming to a close shortly as well. But we grabbed a lot of liquidity on this current 30. You know, if we break the highs, close bullish on this current 30, we should be pretty good to drive up here. And with stops below the lows at 163, we should be alright here to come up and create a top wick on the daily. So looking at something like this.
Connor, can I make one more cock joke?
Yeah.
Jared? Why do you want the Hilux? You want to feel a bit taller when you get into it.
Hey guys, it's been nice knowing everybody. Thank you, Con.
You know that small syndrome that guys get, you know, and then they have to buy a big bucky with big tires on so they feel like a big boy. You know those guys?
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
write off your car when I see you on the road. So I'm just gonna drive.
I'm
over.
teasing, Jared. Yes, when we in Lambos, but yes, you'll be able to drive over us, bro. Yes, you're a big boy. Don't worry, Jared. Yes.
Oh shit. Kleinman syndrome. Amarok. You know, it's closed bearish here on the 30. Yo, 15 closed bearish as well. I'm still expecting us, once we break these highs after grabbing all that liquidity, to continue moving up. So let's see. You know, this current candle, if it breaks the highs, I'm anticipating the volume to just continue moving up. So that gives us a very nice management point there. If you get triggered in and this candle were to come back, flip bearish again, you know, at that point you can close out majority of your position, keep the loss small. But we'll see what happens here. I'll just give it a couple minutes. If the volume comes in, it comes in. If it doesn't, then I'll delete.
I think if I may give my opinion, I think it's safe to say if it breaks below 163,100 before we get triggered in, we can do the order. If that's what you have in the price.
163,100. Yeah, I mean, even if we break previous 15 lows, I'll delete here. But obviously this is based on higher time frames, you know. Hourly looks good here. If you had to adjust this resistance area on the hourly, it would actually be down here. So we are holding above this noise on the hourly time frame. 4 hour, you know, previous 4 hour was a week, or just a doji really. So with volume coming in, breaking the highs, You know, the structure just looks pretty good. And I like that we had that liquidity grab at London Open. Daily candles obviously bullish. So plenty of confidence for the volume to come in and push us up.
Sorry if you've spoken about this, but what do you think news is going to hold later?
News for the dollar.
Yeah, the GDP that's coming. I think it's GDP and something about jobless.
I would really like to see good news overall for the dollar. If numbers are mixed, then just say bye to gold. Because there's nothing's gonna happen. Probably just range. If all of this data is good, yeah, if all of this data is good for the dollar, then you know you might see some nice movement to the downside. Otherwise, not really interested in that. Very nice rejection here from 1970 on gold. Not too interested though. Stops would be pretty big here. And obviously still in this range, so no real clear direction. But that could be interesting. Come down. Break below 156 with the good news later on with the dollar. If news is good, get that move down to 1950 or 1945.
And then 1800. I believe you, Connor.
Yeah, that's pushing it.
Imagine.
Okay, guys. Looking good here. Once we break this high, like I say, I'm anticipating volume to come in. And I'm in. Buy stops have been activated yet. 163,400. Stop loss below the previous 30 for about 40 pips at 163 flat. Like I say, anticipating this volume to come up, create that top wick on the daily. Don't really want this current candle to break its own low. So at that point, if we do, I will manage risk there at 163,250. At this point, you could even have stops below the previous 15. I don't think that would be a bad shout there. Yeah, I'm gonna move my stops into, let's call it 163, 100. Save about 10 pips.
163, 100.
Yeah.
Let's go, GJ. Let's go. I still haven't found somebody to clap here. Still, after all this time.
We need the Let's Go GJ shirts.
Yeah. No, first it's gold. Let's go gold. Let's go. And then we can get GJ.
Are we looking for closing position half? Yeah, I mean, once the daily candle flips, once we tap into 163, 650, that'll be my break-even point, so I'll probably secure 50% there, 60% maybe. Leave a runner to 164 flat. TP where? 164. Looking good. A lot of war tensions building up here. China, Russia, US. Just need to be careful of those headlines. For now, it's just noise, really. Every streamer buying GJ right now. Hey, fucking, they're watching the stream.
Take our signals firsthand.
You know what? I think most live streamers are probably trading price action. Never really seen a SMC trade or anything. So, you know, this is what the price action is telling us. It's quite straightforward. It's not like, obviously everyone sees price differently, but at the end of the day, if you're keeping things objective, this is what price is telling us. I think if you were looking for sells here, that would be quite creative. Personally, I don't even have sells planned out for today. I would stay out of sells. And yeah, breaking above this, breaking out of this range, you know, we look good to come create a top wick on the daily. So it's quite like there's no other story to tell here, really. You know what I mean?
Gone.
Yeah.
Why do you think gold and GJ are moving so hand in hand at the moment? Like both are going down, both are going up same time.
Like I say, with that, sorry, Nico. With the gold and yen acting as safe havens over the last, 2-3 weeks, I think now we're seeing a lot of profit taking from that. So they were moving hand in hand because the yen was obviously acting as a safe haven, so was gold. So they were moving inversely there, and now they still, maybe not acting as safe havens as such right now because we're seeing less demand in them, but we've been seeing profit taking, and we've been seeing the central bank's monetary policy potentially holding more weight, where the difference in rates is keeping GJ overall bullish, and with the Fed being pretty hawkish, still raising rates at the last FOMC, Jerome Powell pretty much putting all the hopes that the Fed would pivot to rest, saying that they will most likely continue to raise rates or hold rates higher for longer because their primary focus is bringing down inflation. You know, that's what's keeping the dollar overall quite firm.
Oh wait, can I ask you to explain something else to me about Powell's speech that he gave? I mean, that happened. See, what can I ask now?
Let's just hold on. Let's see how the 15 closes.
Alright.
Nico, what's up with your echo there? That feedback loop. Are you watching the YouTube as well, or what?
No.
Oh. In a call center again. 15-minute may close back in the range. That's what I just want to keep an eye on, but we look alright here. If this 15 can close a strong bullish candle, then we should be pretty much A4 away. Best time for intraday or time frames? Multi-time frame analysis. Personally, when it comes to executing, I like a 30-minute. But you need to understand what's going on. Weekly, daily, 4-hour, hourly, 30, 15. You want to have a look at all of them to build up a picture, build up a story of what price is doing.
Kind of just want to say something. Worlds One, don't mention the other stream, but me and him were in the other stream together in the chat. So he's laughing to the next laugh.
Your bestie.
Yeah, just don't mention the stream's name.
Yeah, you'll get banned by the mods real quick.
We better put an offer in on Nico. We don't want him to get scalped from us.
Scalped.
Yeah.
I just found it so funny because you asked the same question. The first message you sent in the other chat was the same question as what he's asking over here.
What did they say to you? Minimum deposit to your broker? I'm not gonna lie. I actually don't know. I don't think there's a minimum deposit.
RC Markets is $200 and Blueberry is $100. But after both, I think you can deposit any amount.
Yeah, I know. If you really don't have the funds right now, but you want to start your first live account, you can always put the money in and then just withdraw. So if you want to start like a really small account, you could put the money in and then just withdraw. But I mean, if you can't afford to do the minimum deposit, I don't think you should be trading.
Yeah.
So I think you should focus on getting a solid source of income first.
I'm sorry, but this guy answered his own question.
Yes. No, Connor asked him, what did they say to you?
15 and 1 hour. Look, I mean...
No, but Connor, that's a...
15 minute and 1 hour. It's... I think you need a broader view than that. I do think that, you know, when you come into the chart, you should understand how yesterday's candle closed. So, you know, getting that higher time frame perspective from the daily. Also, you know, you should be looking at how the weekly closes. Maybe on Sunday, you do your weekly analysis. You have a look how the weekly candle closed. And then when you come in for the new day, how did the daily candle close? Before your session, have a look at how the 4-hour candle closed. You know, this 4-hour candle closed, or the new 4-hour opened right before the stream. So that's something to have a look at. And then hourly, yes, hourly is solid. You can get some very nice clean price action on an hourly. But in terms of entries, you know, 30 minutes is going to be a really nice middle ground for finding those entries. I think 15 can also be pretty good in terms of entries, but don't get too taken away on the 15 either, because sometimes the confirmations on the 15 are not as strong as an hourly or 30 minute. And you could sometimes see fake outs on a 15 minute, a little bit more sporadic price action. So the higher the time frame, the better the confluence. But if you do want to go with that approach of having like 1 or 2 time frames you look at least maybe say 3, you know, look at the daily, 4 hour, and then like a 30 minutes. So higher time frames, get some direction, and then have your like entry time frame.
It's a nice 15 closer.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Now if we could just break the highs and keep on moving.
Just keep moving. Yeah, just keep moving.
Is it still doing that loop then?
Let's see. Testing.
Testing.
Yeah, it's quite bad. I don't understand how you get it right sometimes and then it just goes back. Do you want the 200 Rand or do you want to double it and give it to the next person? Double it and give it to the next person.
This video is just stupid.
If you double 200 Rand enough times and it comes back to you, you'll be a trillionaire.
Yes, Christopher. I used to blow a lot. Yeah.
What?
What did he say?
Enter the bar on UJ targeting 135. Lovely. Give me a double it and eat it. I see Tickmore is in the trading panel. You have connected this broker to TradingView as we watch. Any issues with this broker? I haven't connected them, but no issues with them. I've moved to them very recently, but they've got extremely good customer service. They've been around for a long time, well regulated. You know, I was shopping around for a couple of weeks for a new broker, and Fusion Markets and Tickmore is what I've landed on. I've actually decided to go with 2 different brokers to diversify and just use a copy trader between the accounts. Tickmore, I mean, really solid. Like I say, I had quite a extensive look around, did some more research into brokers, found out some things I didn't even know about brokers before. And like I say, that's what I've landed on. Forgot to raise your bank card limit. Oh shit. Just careful with that. Don't go fill up with petrol today. I did that once. What was I doing? Oh, I was putting money into easy equities. And I went over my daily limit. Not over my daily limit, but I was like basically at the transaction limit for the day. Went to the petrol station. Card declines. I'm like, oh my fuck. You know, it's like I promise you I'm not broke. I promise you. You know, it's such a shit feeling.
I can't afford this vehicle.
Fuck. Anyway.
Do you see that video? This one guy, he pitches, he's like how it's like filling up with petrol on the 23rd of the month. And then he says to the petrol attendant when he gets to the window, "Hi, I'm just we're doing a social experiment. Please can you put 10 Rand petrol in my car? So 10 is like, okay, he's like, we just want to see how far we can drive with 10 Rand petrol.
I've never used TradingView to actually place my trades. No, I've never linked any broker account to TradingView. But Jared, I think you were mentioning just yesterday that the spreads are a little bit higher if you were to link accounts on TradingView, and that's how the brokers pay TradingView, right?
Yeah, from my understanding, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they obviously the broker comes with their fees, and then TradingView obviously adds a pip or two. So then they need to pay TradingView for this thing. So their spreads are a little bit higher. So just keep an eye on that if you do that way. But I would really recommend just using MetaTrader 5. It's such an amazing platform to actually execute trades. I just don't like doing analysis of it. I hate doing analysis of it.
Yeah, if only MetaTrader was like had the same kind of usability as TradingView for the charts. So many big traders say that no STP is wrong. I'm not too sure what you mean by that. It looks like he's saying no stop loss. If that's the case, then definitely not, bro. You need a stop loss. You need a stop loss.
Even if you have a ridiculously big stop loss, just make sure your stop loss is there so that if something comes in the market that just absolutely wipes price out for whatever reason, we have seen it in the past, at least you're somewhat protected. That's like the worst case scenario using a stop loss.
Yeah, that's worst case scenario. Like, just at least it's there kind of thing. Royal Nerve. Oh yeah. Book A and Book B. Yeah, that's one thing I was reading up actually on baby pips. If you have a look, you guys can't lie to me and say that you've actually had a look on baby pips. Eh? There's so much shit on baby pips I didn't even know was there. So yeah, I was reading through some of the broker stuff on baby pips, and you know, it sounds like brokers are not always completely transparent. I don't think there's really such a thing as A book and B book. They kind of use a little bit of both. Where at times they are betting against the traders, sometimes they're putting them straight to the market. Because, I mean, if you go look at any broker that you're using, where does it say A book or B book? It doesn't. No broker says that. Con, I think I saw your dancing videos on TikTok. Nah, that was Jared. What are you talking about?
My dancing videos. Sure, buddy.
Bro, I can't dance.
Bro, I almost choked, bro, when I was drinking water when I read that.
This man.
Connor, you dance?
Fuck no. It depends, okay? Sometimes I dance, just not on TikTok. Christopher, shut your mouth.
And I love how you just threw that on me. You're just like, no, that's fair.
No hesitation, bro. Not
Sorry,
even
Jared.
a slight
Sorry,
hesitation.
Jared. Fuck. You're the one with the
Murdering.
TikTok. I hate TikTok, bro.
Yeah. I had to get
Yo, Jared, he really threw you under the bus fast, eh?
Dude,
Yes,
Sorry, Jared.
No,
think about
he
it.
didn't even blink, bro.
Dude, I'm never committing crime with Connor, dude.
Hey, it's not a crime to dance, dude. You can dance if you want, Jared. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. No, but if we ever commit like a robbery, Connor, and we get to the police station, so
It was him.
Jared,
It was him.
we're gonna ask who needs the bathroom. Oh, but Jared commits the crime.
Fuck. Ned said trading without a stop loss is like or a stop loss is like a condom, use it. Not necessarily, you know. The thing is, when you're doing those things, you're not always bound to lose. But trading, losing happens on a regular basis. So if you don't have the stop loss in place, you're bound to fuck up at some point. What's break even? Break even is when you move your stop loss to your entry, so that if the trade were to come back to your entry, you won't lose anything. Answer with skipping rope and sunblock. Nah, I don't use sunblock.
The real man.
I use baby oil.
Bro,
I'm joking.
wait, I think did we tell Jared about how? Yeah, we did tell him how weird Connor's back sunburned that one time at the beach.
Bro, what the hell? That was just fucking... It is a sunblock, like... I reapplied sunblock a few times, so obviously it like started to form like waves.
You guys,
Not a big
let
deal.
me explain. You see, let me explain. You see, Connor, you see his pictures, you can see him as big boy, nah? So you can't put the sunblock all on his back. So the places he couldn't get to, burned, and the rest didn't. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, it was fucked up though. It was like waves. Blue seal. Let's go, GJ. Let's go. Let's go, GJ.
There we go.
Looking good here, gents. No bottom wick on the current hourly, but lots of volume to the upside here. I'll secure 60% at 163.650 as the daily candle flips bullish.
$163, $630,
650.
$650.
These charts are so different. Daily candles flip bullish on this chart here. Already. It's kind of strange.
Now, hopefully this daily's flip will give enough momentum for the other daily's flip.
That's what I'm thinking. Hey.
I don't think we can put our eggs in that basket, eh? Come on.
Okay, well, either way, 650 is around about the highs here. Yeah, that threw me off a little bit.
If you're feeling some kind of way, counter the emotion.
Add more.
Add more.
Full margin.
Can you share your chart? I want to learn more about the support and resistance zones. Would be dope. I mean, you could just take a screenshot. Surely. Surely. Go, GJ, go. Lots of momentum here to the upside. And 650, so securing 60% and moving stop loss to entries, so break even, risk-free trade, secured 25 whole pips right there for breakfast.
25 whole pips.
Yeah, not half ones, whole pips.
Makes sense. Where did you get these whole pips? I always trade half pips.
It's because you trade USD.
True. No, there's scared pips.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck those pips are.
Yeah, no, they will confuse you. No, but the value works out. I think it's half the value for every 10 pips. So it needs to be 20 pips to get to full value like we used to on gold.
Mind blown. Yeah, you know, you're trading different pairs. You have to be careful of, especially if you're new, you know, still figuring things out. You need to be careful when trading different pairs and what lot size you use. For instance, even on my Forex funds for the US indices, the lot size you use there essentially is 10 times the lot you would use on gold. So, you know, you don't want to get confused with your lot sizes. I know the one time, on like a 200k, I was trading NAS. So I was using like 100 lot on NAS, but essentially it's just like a 10 lot on gold. And I nearly put that 100 lot in gold. Imagine.
Oh. Jeez. I think it instantly would have been violation.
Probably spread violation. So yeah, you just want to be careful with your lot sizes on different pairs if you're new, you know. Otherwise, it goes without saying. If you're focusing on one or two pairs, you're gonna know everything about that pair.
But I also think, just another point, with buy stops and sell stops, you're going through the order, you're setting the order. You're not just pressing buy or sell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there you're already like eliminating those types of issues already. There's so many benefits to buys and sells. I'm really an advocate for them.
Yeah, no, I love them.
Yeah.
Buy stop, sell stop lover.
What lot size would you use on the 5K on my Forex Fund account for gold and GJ?
Goodness, bro.
0 points.
I wouldn't even waste my time with the 5K. Go for the 10K. That's what I would say to you. I'm not gonna lie. And then on the 10K, I mean, I would be using 0.3, 0.30, 0.20. If you're obviously doing the 5K, then it would just be half of that. 0.15 or 0.10.
Con. Let's just rephrase that a little bit, if you don't mind. Like, just listen. But on phase 1 and 2, would you still use that same risk? Would you not up it a little more once you love, then, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of, it's like using a 5 lot on the 100k, same thing.
Okay, so yeah, with the challenges, you might find that you have to push the gas a little bit to actually reach those targets. But I think if you're risking 1% and you're just slowly chipping away, you should be fine. So 0.30, you know, I know for me personally is generally, that would be around 1%. Because my stops are generally around 30 pips. You know, today, how big was the stop? 163, 100. and then we moved it in, and then it was 30 pips. So there, you know, that would be around 1% on a 10k, just a bit less. If you can use that risk, you can slowly chip away, and 8% shouldn't be too big of a target. And you're also not risking too much to the point where your emotions will play on you too much. But of course you could always up the risk, maybe risk 2% per trade when doing phase 1 for instance. But this is actually all pointless talking about all of this. The question is, are you consistent? Are you a consistently profitable trader yet? Have you found an edge? Have you been consistent over the last 6 months? If not, I don't know why I'm actually talking about all of this, because you should not be doing these funded accounts if you're not consistent, if you don't have the skill, if you haven't been consistent for at least 3 to 6 months. Otherwise, don't even actually bother asking about it. Because otherwise you're wasting your money. Rather just donate the money to the super chat.
The SPCA.
And then yeah, I'll go give it to a good cause. That's the thing, guys. Like, I tell you that these funding companies are amazing opportunities to raise your capital and that. But don't waste my time talking about them if you're not consistent. You need to actually be consistent, otherwise you're wasting your own time and money. And then you're wasting my time, because I don't want to talk about it if you're not going to actually take value away from it. Asking me what lot size you're going to use on a 5k funded when you're just going to go and lose that account anyway. I'm not bashing you, Tristan. I'm just saying for everyone else, you know, guys often ask about it. I'm saying you need to get consistent. That's a big thing. If you're not consistent already, then there's no point in doing these funded challenges. Do you receive a refund when receiving a funded account? After your first month, you should get a refund on my Forex funds. At the end of the day, you know, I want what's best for you. I'm trying to give you the correct guidance here. I don't want to sell you dreams. I don't want to sell you hopes. Because that's a dark road to go down, you know. Lots of gurus are doing that kind of thing. Selling dreams so they can sell something. I'm not like that. I want to teach you the skill. I want you to do things the right way.
When I actually saw that last night, I saw an advert for guaranteed 4 to 6 profitable signals a day. Like, that's a
So if they can guarantee that, that must mean that they're taking plenty of trades in a day just so they can get those 4. Because to guarantee 4 profitable trades, some days you're going to have to take 8 losing trades. Personally, I wouldn't even guarantee 4 profitable trades in a week. I might not even take 4 trades in a week, let alone in a day. No, 4.
4 to 6. Like 4 to 6. 4 being least, 6 being most.
I say book profit. You know what? If that's what you want to do, that's perfectly fine. Look, it's not a bad idea. But I'm trusting in the volume here. Because if we can just break yesterday's highs, there's all this clean traffic up to 164. And we've got a super safe stop loss at this point. Obviously, I'm not just holding and hoping. I've secured the majority of my position here. But I mean, we look pretty good still.
You know what? It keeps my mind now. But so, what music platform do you use if you don't use Spotify?
YouTube Music.
Do you have premium?
Yeah.
Do you rate it well?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they've got pretty much everything. They've got pretty much everything, you know. They're up there, like, with Apple Music. Spotify, I must say, I really don't enjoy the interface and everything with Spotify. I'm not a fan.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I've just never really liked it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something weird with the Spotify on my phone, because I've got the app. Because with my alarm, I can use a song as a alarm, but it links to Spotify. Now I don't actually have like a Spotify account. Yeah, when I go into Spotify, but it will play the music. It'll play like what song I choose for the alarm, but I don't know, like it started to play random songs now. It doesn't play the songs that I've chosen. So every morning I'm waking up to like either a different like Key Glock song or a different Nipsey Hussle song.
Yeah. Do you want Spotify?
Nah, don't worry, bro.
I've got Family Plan in one spot left if you want to. It's yours. Yeah.
Oh, Jared. You're so sweet, man.
You can be part of my family. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What the fuck? Huh? Huh? What about me now?
You can't listen to music on a golf course.
Don't give me cock excuses here now. It's fine. I have my own family plan. With 3 spots for none of you.
So you have 3 spots left and you never offered us. Okay.
Patience paid, I closed percent and really wanted to close more, but this time I held, forcing myself to take the next step in patience. Yeah, I mean, this was a lesson in trusting the higher time frames here. There are some issues to the left we actually need to be careful of. 4 hour doesn't look great, I won't lie. This is a bit of a problem on the 4 hour. But based off the daily, you know, yesterday's candle being so bullish, today's candle getting that nice bottom wick, we anticipated it to come and flip bullish at least to create a top wick. And with the break of yesterday's highs, get a little bit of a push with volume. And here on like the 30 and the hourly, there's clean traffic, basically up to 164. So that would be a very nice target to tap into there. So just trusting that daily break of the highs there to continue moving up and fill the clean traffic to the left.
I really think we're going to make that move up to 164 now that we've broken above the significant resistance as well. I don't know what world's number 1 is saying with STB highs. Does he mean stop it soon?
I don't know. No idea.
So then, on your score.
Con, where are you from?
I was gonna say I'm out. I'll check you guys.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers, Mr. Nico.
Just before I leave, I just want to make some ruckus there. Yeah, get the likes up. Yes. Okay.
Hey, get the likes up there. Sure, Nico, check you. Colin, where you from? From South Africa.
Actually,
What do you mean? Yeah. You never thought I was from South Africa? Ooh, gold is enticing. Ooh, Kenton. No stress, man. Don't stress with New York session. Maybe we see some further upside on GJ. Otherwise, end of the month, really not too much is happening. You know, even this move is not really like insane. Was a nice clean trade, but there's always going to be more opportunities. Don't worry, bro. Thought you Aussie or British.
you don't sound Aussie or British at all.
As an Aussie myself, he's definitely not.
Toxic 95, we've got 2 Aussie guys with us at the moment. So.
I know why he thinks that. I think I know why as well, Ned, but anyway. Okay, so it looks like we are possibly rejecting some of this noise here on the 4 hour to the left. But I've secured some here already, and this is a risk-free trade for me. So I'm personally going to let it do its thing. I've got my TP set at 164 flat. If you like the whole trading stop story where you move your stop loss into profits, you know what you could do is potentially secure a little bit more as this hourly flips back bearish if it does. So maybe at 163,500 you potentially could manage and secure a little bit more of your profit. Personally, I'm just leaving my stop at break even and letting it run. We can see this lower time frame structure still bullish. Yeah, I'm happy to let it do its thing. Did the anti-government demos yield the expected results of Malema? No idea, bro. I don't even know what that is. Close 2% profit. Lovely, lovely. Good stuff, gents. Good stuff. Asking about the EFF shutdown. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Me no hable inglés. Me no hable inglés. I think I'm going to call it a day here, guys. Just letting this trade run. You know, this could take some time to get up to 164. So I can't really expect to hit TP here on the stream, but profit has been secured. Risk has been managed. This is a risk-free trade. And everything was obviously broken down here beforehand. So I think that's going to be the day for me. If we do close back below or close strong bearish like that on the 15, you might want to look at securing a little bit more. But like I say, personally, what I've got left here is just going to be a runner. And it's either take profit or break even there on the runner. I've secured about 0.5% on that initial move. So I'll see what the rest could do here. But that'll be me, guys. Obviously, members, signals, I'll keep you updated. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy. Thank you so much for joining. And that's going to be me. Safe trading, everybody.
Thanks, can check in your